Welcome back to Smok'n Jay's Garage. I am here at an undisclosed location with this 150 behind me, which I am going to take my very first flying lesson in. We are going to do the best we can for audio. I'm going to actually hook the audio from our microphones up to the GoPro, and we'll hopefully get some halfway decent audio through that. This is flying instruction for me. It is not flying instruction for you. After this video, I may know how to fly an airplane, or at least have one lesson in. You will not, so do not use this as a tutorial to fly an airplane, okay? All right, let's get started.
And just come back inside every now and then and check those instruments. That sun is brutal.
Yeah, it is. I'm going to keep going past the sun. Is that all right?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, take a north heading for me.
Attention pilots, all runways are now left traffic.
So I'm going to hand flight controls over to you. So your flight controls.
All right, my flight controls.
Your flight controls. So go ahead, rest one hand on that throttle there. When you're ready, you can remove your feet from the brakes. Just kind of shift your feet downwards to the bottoms of those rudder pedals.
Okay.
And we're just going to roll and see this yellow line in front of us?
Yep.
Keep that right in between your legs. Taxi speed, you want to taxi at about a fast walk, they say. So you could give yourself just a little bit of power. So just push in on that throttle, just, about half an inch or so. And if you're going to the right, nice. Add a little bit of that right rudder. And if you start getting too fast, you can take that throttle out, kind of reduce some of that power. Yep. If you get yourself super out of control and throttles all the way back to idle, you can tap the tops of those brakes to kind of help you slow down. Again, I'm using my rudders to hold center line. A little bit of back pressure in here for the shimmy. Pulling that out. Airspeed is alive. 50 and rotate. Alright, we're just going to get a little bit higher here and then I'll hand them over to you. I also have a little bit of right rudder pushed in as well, and that's coming from the rudder pedal. So you see this kind of looks like a level?
Yep.
That's telling you your coordination. So if I don't have that in, I fall victim to what's called left turning tendencies. You can see the nose pull to the left, right?
Yes.
So I'm counteracting that by pushing a little bit of right rudder to keep it tracking where I want it to and counteract those left turning tendencies. Alrighty, I will give the plane over to you. So what I want you to focus on, try to keep this sight picture here for me. One hand on the yoke, one hand rested on your throttle. So your flight controls.
My flight controls.
Your flight controls. Now if you start to see not enough land, you're just gonna push forward.
Oh, okay. I don't know what I did. Well, we just did a lot.
You're good.
Okay.
There you go. So if that nose gets too high on you, you're pushing forward. If you're seeing too much land, you're just gonna pull back. And nice small movements in the 150. It really doesn't take a whole lot.
Okay. I'm turning and I don't mean to be.
To add a little bit of right input, there you go.
Okay.
So this is kind of like your steering wheel. You can think about it just like a car. But then in addition, you're able to push the nose forward or pull it back to climb or descend.
1 on traffic, 561, left base, on 23, water down.
Really focus on that side picture, very nice. All right, good. We're just gonna keep this climb coming for a little bit longer here. We're gonna go up to about 3,000 feet. How's it feel?
Harder than it looks.
Doing great.
Or you just make it look really easy, I'm not sure.
That looks good. Like I said, big thing with VFR is that sight picture, that outside flying.
So a little bit does an awful lot.
It does, especially in the 150, yes. Doesn't take a whole lot for you to really feel the input on the flight controls. You'll notice your altimeter there, bottom left-hand side. So it's reading 2,600 feet right now. So once that long hand gets to the 0, that'll be at 3,000 feet, and that's where we're going to level off.
Okay.
We have about 350 feet to go. Actually turned out to be a pretty nice night.
Yes, it is.
I was watching the rain, and I was like, I hope that moves out in time.
Yeah, it was really crappy this morning, and then I had quite a bit of rain.
63 Whiskey Tango downwind, 20 rapid.
I feel like I did a lot of right-hand turning. How do I know how straight we are from how we took off?
So we took off at a 280 heading, and now we're at a 25. So you're about 30 degrees to the left.
So I did do a lot of left turning.
Yes.
Okay.
That's okay.
All right.
First getting you used to flying. I've got about 50 feet to go, so we usually lead off about 10% of our foot per minute here. Yeah, so you can start kind of dropping that nose a little bit. Good. This is a pretty good sight picture, but you can also come in and look at your VSI here. So this is telling you a climber descent in 100 feet per minute increments. So we want to have that needle right at 0. So if it's up, means yep, good, you're going to push that nose forward.
Right.
And just nice small corrections, just like you mentioned. So maybe seeing half an inch more of that land than we were before. Good. As you're doing that too, you can pull the throttle back so you're reading about 2200 RPM on there. So just nice, smoothly back. All right, so we're just going to fly around straight and level here a little bit. I just want you to focus on trying to hold that 3,000 feet, playing around with the trim. You want to try a couple turns?
All right.
Okay. So I'll just demonstrate one here for you, and I just want you to focus outside. Where's the horizon cutting through the nose, if at all? So where's that horizon in relation to your nose? So my flight controls.
Our flight controls.
My flight controls. I'm just going to do a nice, maybe 180-degree turn to the left here. All right, want to give it a shot?
All right. My
All
flight
right.
controls.
Your flight controls.
My flight controls.
All right, perfect. So just rest one hand there on the throttle for me. Got your left hand on there. We'll start with a left-hand turn. So before you turn, make sure you glance over that shoulder, clear the area.
Okay.
The area's clear, so you can start that turn. Good, so try to look outside, find where that horizon line was for you. There you go. And we'll need a little bit more of that back pressure in there, so we have a descent coming in.
All right.
Good. There you go. Nice flying is just nice light touches. No death grips. I like to teach my students like a crab grip or nice 3 fingers.
Okay.
Doing a nice job with it though. Good. All right, let's try a turn to the right here. So always clear the area, so right hand looks clear. Good. Good, adding that back pressure. A little bit of right rudder too, so notice how the ball's out. So you want to step on the ball. There you go. Good. Good, where's that horizon line? Cutting through, very nice. Good, as you come out of that turn, you kind of feel you have to relax the back pressure, otherwise we climb out of it.
Yes.
So nice job. I'm going to have you do some turns to headings now.
All right,
So.
we're clear to the left.
Good.
Watertown traffic 94429, left crosswind for runway 23.
There you go. Good, and so you can roll out about half your bank angle degree early. So kind of just like you're doing there, you don't want to blow past it. There you go.
All right, 150.
Nice job. All right, I'll have you do right hand turn back to 270.
All right. You're clear to the right.
All right.
Entering traffic, Husky 728 Whiskey Charlie, short approach 127, and go.
Very good, keep that ball nice and centered. Good.
Watertown traffic.
And if you're starting a climb there, just relax the back pressure a little. There you go. So I'll give the flight controls back over to you. So your flight controls.
My flight controls.
Your flight controls. I just want you to focus on playing around a little bit with that. So adding a little bit of that right rudder. And just picking a point out there somewhere to track to, and you're able to tell if you're moving left or right. Now, if you're moving right of your point, you got too much rudder in there. So you just kind of relax a little bit of that pressure off. If we're moving left of our point, we just don't have enough. Back traffic 7928 Foxtrot, 4 miles to the west. Descending through 2,300, we'll be entering left down on runway 28. Get back on. All right, so kind of have you just send us down here. So your flight controls.
My flight controls.
Your flight controls. So see the water tower out there?
Yes.
Track me straight for that.
Traffic, left base, runway 23, Watertown.
Good. And we're going to keep a little bit of a descent coming in here. So you're going to see more land than you're used to just in that straight and level.
Okay.
So that 200 feet per minute is good. And then we're going to go down to 1,800 feet. You'll actually see the airport right there off to your left.
Yes.
So that runway, we want to be parallel with it. So if you kind of keep us to this furthest right water tower there.
Okay.
Kind of over that road that's extending. And that'll keep us a good distance from the runway itself. We want to be about half mile away from that. Okay, got about 200 feet to go.
Okay. We want to be around 1,800 feet, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, so 1,000 feet above the ground level for our traffic pattern here. So we're at 840 on the ground, so we just add 1,000 to that. That gives us our 1,800. Good. If you want to throw carb heat on for me there, so just pull it out.
All right. All the way?
Yep. Perfect, so that'll set us up for our landing here. Alrighty. Good. I will take flight controls back. So my flight controls.
Your flight controls.
My flight controls. Alright, we're going to come in for our landing. So if you want to just kind of shadow me on the controls, you can do that as well. I'll just kind of talk you through what I'm doing here. This is going to be perpendicular to our runway heading and kind of squared off, which you'll see here in a second.
We are taking runway 28, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. I'm going to get us off the runway, and then I'll give flight controls back over to you. We'll have you taxi back.
Okay.
Quebec traffic says 7928 Foxtrot. Taxi back to the ramp from Alpha 3, Wapaka. Perfect. Clear and clear. Awesome. There you go. Try to get that yellow line right in between your legs. This is a really hard concept for people too, just because they want to steer like a
Yeah,
car.
I have to let go of the steering wheel because that's what I want to use.
Yep. And then it becomes second nature. I'm gonna put your crosswind correction in here real. And then I'll actually have you park it down over by our other plane over there.
The red
on
one.
the ramp. Yep.
Okay.
I gotta take and fuel it, so.
For you. That was a lot of fun. I'm definitely going to do that again. I don't, at this point, intend on getting my actual pilot's license, but flying a couple more times is definitely going to be cool. Anyway, if you're watching Channel 4 for the first time and you haven't already, and you want to, boom, please subscribe.